Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 11 of the 12 Tech Tips of Christmas from Evolve EdTech for 2024. We hope that you have been enjoying the previous episodes as part of this series. We've had some absolute cracker tips, tricks, and tools that we've shared with you so far. Well, we still have 2 more days left of season 2024, and today is day 11. And we're actually going back to something that I featured as one of my very first tutorial videos when we were known as the EdTech teacher all the way back in 2020. So we're going to head back and have a look at this tool, which is still a tool that is part of my EdTech toolkit that I use. And we're going to see how this particular tool has evolved. And we're going to go and have a look at how you can use this tool and why it might be beneficial to add this to your EdTech toolkit. So today we're going to go and have a look at one of my favorite tools called Bingo Card Creator. All right, so at the moment you can see that I am on the Evolve EdTech YouTube channel here. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, we would love it if you did that because subscribing is going to continue to motivate and support us to help you with your EdTech journeys. So I thought just to kind of preface this particular episode, we would just head over and just have a look at the very first few seconds of this video, which I am pretty sure was the first video that I ever published on the Evolve EdTech YouTube channel. So this is a piece of history from 4 years ago when we were in a completely different phase of our existence and we were known as the EdTech teacher. So this was one of our very first tutorials that we looked at here, Bingo Card Creator. So right here you can see the interface of Bingo Card Creator in 2020, and just wait until we head over in a moment and show you just how much Bingo Card Creator has evolved. So if you want to go out and check that previous episode, you can head over to the Evolve EdTech YouTube channel. But today, we're heading over to the new Bingo Card Creator, and we're going to have a look at how this magnificent tool has evolved since that video was published in 2020. So as I mentioned, Bingo Card Creator is a tool that I have as part of my EdTech toolkit. I do pay for Bingo Card Creator, so just be aware that I am a paid subscriber when I go through and show you some of the amazing features of this tool today. So you can just see here on your screen that with Bingo Card Creator, you can create instant bingo cards. Now, I know that there's lots of ways and lots of tools that you can use to create bingo cards, but there's a couple of really specific features with Bingo Card Creator that I love, and that is why this is one of my tools of choice when it comes to using bingo. My kids love bingo in the classroom. It's great for vocab. It's great to really focus in on those definitions, that meta language. It's a really great way to get your students engaged in game-based learning in the classroom for whatever you are studying. And this is why I use Bingo Card Creator. So you can see here that it's got a little bit of an overview of the interface here, which I'm going to show you in a moment. And it is a really simple interface to use. So it doesn't matter what level of technological skill you have, Bingo Card Creator is accessible for everybody. So you can see here that there are a number of really great features that you can access with Bingo Card Creator to elevate every single bingo card created card set, essentially. So you can use pictures, text, and emojis. Great. So this means that this particular tool is accessible for every student from, the very young students all the way up to our older students. We can also use artificial intelligence to help us generate a perfect word list. So if you're a little bit short on time, AI can help you there. We can customize the size of the grid. Again, this is really great if we're creating something for our younger kids or we're creating something that we want a little bit more meatier, a little bit more heartier. We can also have randomized printing. All right. So this is where we can basically create a whole set of cards that we can use with our students that are all going to be different so that no student is able to necessarily you're not going to have multiple students winning a single game because every card is unique, which is fantastic. You can also play with Bingo Card Creator now online. We're not going to go into that today. That's something that I haven't really experimented with myself because I haven't had that opportunity to try that yet. But I definitely am going to focus on how we can use Bingo Card Creator to create physical bingo cards. We can also have traditional bingo. You can get your cards printed if you would like to, but it's very easy to print them yourselves, fully customizable, and there are over 1,600 templates which you can access. So, Bingo Card Creator is really simple. Basically, you start with a blank card or template, you customize your fonts, colors, and images, and then you either print or play. It is such a simple tool that I think could be a really, really useful tool to add to your EdTech toolkit. So, rather than continuing to rabbit on here, how about we dive in and we show you what it's like to access and create bingo cards using Bingo Card Creator. So I'm just going to head up to login. I'm going to log into my account. Just remember that I am a paid subscriber at this point in time. So just be aware of that. But you can access for free. There's a number of different options when it comes to paid subscriptions. So please check those out first to make sure that this is right for you. So I'm going to go and log in, and I'll be back in one moment to show you around Bingo Card Creator. All right, so we're back in, and I'm ready to show you around this wonderful tool here. So this is my personal dashboard, which you can see here from my Bingo Card Creator account. So you can actually see that there's a couple of different bingo card sets that I have created just here. There's some examples of some templates that you might be able to access. So it's really simple to get started. Over here on the left-hand side, we're obviously on our dashboard. We can go and have a look at all of the bingo card sets that you have created. So there are some of mine just there. And you can check out your orders if you are going to have any of yours printed. I haven't done that because I find it really easy to print mine myself and do that myself. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back to our dashboard just here, and I'm going to head up here to the top right-hand corner, and you will see there is a button called Create Card. I'm going to click on Create Card, and we are going to get started with creating a sample card set for us today. So we have some options here of how do we want to get started with this? Do we just want to start from a blank card? Do we want to pick a style, a template? Or do we want to start from one of our card sets that we have already created? I think we'll do a couple today. So I'm going to start from a blank card this time, and then next time we might choose one of those other options. So here is our interface. It is so simple to use that you're not going to have any problems creating magnificent bingo cards. All right, so the first thing we do is give our bingo card a name. Okay, we can also change it to a logo if you would like to do that. So, we could go in there. I don't have any logos on me. So let's just say that this is the 12 tech tips, of Christmas sample. All right, so that is the name of this particular bingo card. Our card type. So we can add our own text and images. So I'm going to go custom here because I want to pop in my own words that are going to be relevant to whatever I am studying. So if I'm looking at a text, if I'm doing something in science or maths or something in geography or history, or I'm doing a really specific topic, I can use language, I can use meta language, I can use key terms, I can use those verbs, adjectives, whatever you'd like to use, and use those as the basis for my bingo card set. All right, so now we go and we start to identify how many words or images we'd like to add. So obviously a bingo card here, and at the moment I am on the 5x5, so we have 25 spots here. I like to have more words in my bingo game than there are actually places on the bingo card board. The reason why I do this is because it makes the game more interesting. It really brings in some of those mathematical concepts as well, with probability and chance and all of those statistical elements that students might need to have reinforced in some way. So I just like to add more words than are on a traditional bingo card like this 5x5 board. So let's pop in some samples here. I'm going to pop in some language because I'm an English teacher. So I'm going to go adjective, film techniques. Let's go camera, shots, camera, angles. Let's go. How many more do I need? Okay, I need 12 more words here. Okay, let's go. Okay, so there we go. I have 25 words there. As I mentioned, I do like to have more words than the spaces are on the board there, just so that it makes the game a little bit more engaging. You can see down here that you have all of the words in your particular game card, so that is really great there. Okay, so we have those just there. So now we head back to our setup. We have our words in our grid. We can also add images if we would like to. So if you're using something with maybe kids that need some images, you can also use those. So you can have a combination of images and text, which is a really cool feature. So you choose your grid size, and as I mentioned, maybe you're having a smaller grid for your younger kids, and a larger grid like the 5x5 here for maybe your older students. Then we have some additional options here. So I like to put the free space in, which replaces the word in the middle square just here, so that every single student has one of those particular squares crossed off very early in the game. All right, so they all have one there. You can rename that if you would like to. So you might say free, you can name it whatever you like, and you can also upload an image to that one as well. You can provide column headers if you would like to. So you might have bingo there as your headers. You can change those letters if you would like to. So we could say just A, B, C, D there. Okay, that's just being painful. But you can see there that we've got column headers. We can add a footer text, which might be really useful if you want to remember what this particular card set goes to. So maybe it is an introduction to English, for example, so that you have that there and you're able to identify what those cards go to. And then you can have traditional randomization. So you can arrange items like classic bingo restricted to columns. Okay, so you can have certain words in certain columns. I prefer just to leave it completely randomized so that when we print the cards, every single card has a different set of words. So once you've done all of that, you can head up here and you can have a look at the design of your card. So we can give our particular card. Obviously, we've got a title, so we can change our font color. Okay, we can change the grid style here. All right, so we've got a number of different options there as well, and we can change colors. All right, we can change the grid text, the borders, and you can do a whole suite of other design customizations with backgrounds and headers and things like that just there. So you can really customize this for your particular purpose. So now I'm just going to head down the bottom here to the purple button that says print cards. Now we can go and print our cards. So when it comes to printing down here, just giving it a moment to generate those cards ready for us to print those. And as I mentioned, I print them myself at home, or you can print them at school, at work, or you can get them also printed for you. So, how many cards do you want per page? I normally keep it as one so that they're nice and big for the kids. Obviously, I'm based in Australia, so I'm going to choose A4 because that is our standard paper size. And then, how many cards would you like generated? Now, I normally have about classes of 30, so I choose 30. I always have more than I need sometimes, and that is not a bad thing there. You can also include some additional options here, such as a caller card. I always have that generated as well. Okay. You can also add numbers to the cards. Not a bad thing if you're wanting to keep track of all your cards. Okay. You can include instructions, etc., just there. Once you're happy with all of those, you just come down here to the purple print cards button again. It will generate your cards ready for you to print. So now I can download that as a PDF. All right. Yep, you're going to be able to see that. So you can see there, that is my word call list. And here are my bingo cards. Okay. And you will see that each one of these cards is actually different, which means that there's nothing in a particular column, and every single card is unique and individualized for the students. I then just print those out on some colored paper. I laminate them so that I can reuse them. I use just dry erase whiteboard markers and whiteboard erasers with my students so that they can mark them off and then they can clean them and I can reuse them, and reuse them. So I have a huge swag of bingo card sets that I have created with Bingo Card Creator. And it is so simple. It doesn't take a lot of time and you can create some really amazing activities that you could use with your students in class today. All right, so that is how you create your bingo card sets. It's really simple, okay? Now, let's head back and we're going to create a new bingo card set, but this time we're going to go from a style. So we can choose a style just here. It will have some sample styles here. There might be something specific that you're looking for. Okay, so maybe let's do this Christmas one here because this is day 11 of the 12 tech tips of Christmas. So you can see here that now we just have a very nice Christmassy theme with our bingo card set here. So when we print this out, we know that this particular bingo card set is related to Christmas. So you can go in and have a look at those particular styles and find something that might suit your particular bingo card set that you are creating. But Bingo Card Creator is a fantastic tool that I think could be a really useful part of your EdTech toolkit. Maybe you could get together with a couple of colleagues and you could use this collaboratively together to generate those bingo card sets. My suggestion is always to print them. I print them on colored paper just to make it a little bit more vibrant and interesting. I laminate them and I always use those whiteboard markers and whiteboard erasers so that my students can reuse these over and over again. So this is just a really fun way of engaging your students within your particular learning area, really focusing on that vocab, that meta language, those key terms that might be vital to success in your subject. So there we go. That was a very quick overview of Bingo Card Creator. It was one of the very first videos and tutorials that we created here in what we were formerly known as, which was the EdTech Teacher. And here we are 4 years later, still using it, and we're still using it, and we're still using it because it is such a simple, powerful tool that you are going to absolutely love, and you should have it as part of your EdTech toolkit. So make sure that you head over to bingocardcreator.com to check out this tool and see if you can add it to your EdTech toolkit today. Well, there we go. That is day 11 of the 12 tech tips of Christmas for 2024. We've got one day left, and tomorrow is an absolute cracker. It's a really special episode where we're going to introduce you to a tool that might be useful if you're thinking about moving away from perhaps being in the classroom full time, or you really want to start to share your knowledge and your skills with other educators. So I'm going to share a tool that I'm using here at Evolve EdTech that you might like to consider to think about other ways that you can be involved in education that may not necessarily require you to be in the classroom all day, every day. So join us again tomorrow for day 12 of the 12 Tech Tips of Christmas from Evolve EdTech. It has been an absolute mammoth journey so far, but we're not there yet. So we can't wait to see you tomorrow. But don't forget, if you haven't done so, we would love it if you liked and subscribed to the Evolve EdTech YouTube channel. And make sure that you connect with us on our social channels. So we are active on Facebook, we're on Instagram and TikTok. Well, thank you so much for joining me again today. My name is Tristan. I will catch you again tomorrow for day 12 of the 12 Tech Tips for Christmas for 2024. Until then, everybody, stay safe, and I'll catch you tomorrow.